piss me off. Streamlabs and YouTube trying to connect. Twitch can connect straight away. But YouTube's just like,
great.
not today, scum. Oh God, need to put that through there. Lovely, excellent, good, sweet, suave. Up the Atma, everyone. Fucking
Britney, bitch.
I've got an ad on my own fucking stream straight away. Skip that.
Oh, that's disgusting. I swear, YouTube, if you try and offer me YouTube fucking premium one more time.
That's it, innit? It's so fucking true, mate. It's disgusting. And yet, you know, like, you want to give everyone YouTube premium. YouTube, why don't you start by just giving people what they fucking subscribe to?
Oh,
That's it. I've had enough.
great.
Braderberg's in the place. Braderberg, right? His mum works with Luke Aylin's mum. He's trying to get me a shirt. A Luke Ayling shirt. Yeah, see? Can we get? That's it. Can we get some GGs in the chat for Braderberg, please? Do you know what I mean? Fucking sweet. Let's go, Dudey. Lozzie is back. Yeah, Lozzie, where the fuck were you for the quiz?
Sorry, mate. Fucking hell. I mean, I would have won it, maybe. I would have passed it down. So it's like I weren't there anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Mothman won it, so he passed it down to Jasper.
Oh,
Still, just
good old Mothman.
I just want first place to win the fucking quiz and take the T-shirt for once.
That's it.
You know what I mean? It's just like,
You can
fucking
only
makes
hope,
me
mate.
sick. Makes me fucking physically, violently sick. Do you know what I mean? Guys, if you could hit that like button, that'd be amazing, because these actually go up as uploads. If you're watching this as a video, hello. This is the web show, the paranormal web show, where once a week you guys email in your ghost stories to dudeystories@gmail.com, which we will get to. And every now and then we have a topic. Last week we were talking about Daring Woods, also known as... what's it called? Do you know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah?
That's the one.
The Screaming Woods, which we will be going to for a video. Very excited for that. Very excited for that. Atma beanies, they're coming. I've been messaging Jimmy just recently. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. The panic. I put a poll up. Yeah, you might have seen it. It was a bit of banter, but at the same time, it was like, well, I mean, in the chat right now, first answer that comes to your mind, yes or no. Atma, allegedly, possibly, maybe army, dungarees.
Fucking hell, man.
No, because listen, right? I was helping Mum up the allotment a couple of weeks ago. This guy came past skateboarding. He had some yellow dungarees on. He had one side unbuttoned, so it was loose. He looked sick. He looked fucking sick. I think they were like some Dickies dungarees, mate. Now, listen, you got to be bold to pull them off. But if you're feeling bold, like a member of the allegedly, possibly, maybe army should, then you can pull off anything, man. Confidence, you can pull off anything. We've got no, yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes, 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 lad. Yes, 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 no way, no, yes, 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 no, lol. But for serious, pass. Finn, how dare you? Yes, 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 times 4. Yes, no, please don't, LeMayo. No, 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 cringe, says Malaki Brady. Don't say no, I need this, says Katie. Eve Harvey just says hi. I'm guessing that she missed the question. That's fine. Hello. Up the Atma. Dudey, if you wear dungarees, I'm out. Oh, I tell you fucking what. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the negativity. Oh, Lozzie, did you catch any of the quiz? See any of the quiz?
Nah, I didn't.
Mate, we had a Michael Keaton 2.0 and it was on the final question.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What'd you do this time?
Right, so for the last 5 questions, I don't mind exposing myself, right? Because I think if you're doing general knowledge questions, you just Google general knowledge questions, right? So I found this list by this, like, Cambridge Gazette online or some shit. Shout out to the Derby Gazette.
That's
Anyway, right, I picked out 5 random questions off this list of 100. One of which was, what colour is a giraffe's tongue? Now, the answer to that I got from this quiz was blue. I put blue as the answer, obviously, and then I put like green, yellow, and black, right? I didn't fucking know. If you Google this question, it comes up with a blackish, bluish tongue. So half of the people fucking answered black. I was saying, hey Google, what's the colour of a giraffe's tongue? Then I was like, hey Alexa, what's the colour of it? And they were both stitching me up. Anyway, I had to mathematically work out that the points lost wouldn't have contributed to them winning. Honestly, it was an absolute shambles. I still stand by giraffe's tongue is blue, but it's just, if I had to put black, if I'd have put like white or grey or, you know, tangerine, then it wouldn't have mattered. It's because I put one that was so close. If something is blacky blue, like blackish blue, then it's not black, is it? Jasper joining the sponsor train there. Thank you so much. If it's got a tint of blue in it, then it's not black, because black is like the absence of all colour, isn't it? Much like white. You can't be like, it's a whitey yellowish. Well, then it's not white because it has yellow in it. It's not black because it has blue in it. Do you know what I mean? I will die on this hill, just like I will die on the hill that Edison Cavani will be signed. Anyway, justice for Claude. Spamming in the chat. Dylan Connor, now it's blue. You're just wrong though, it's black, it's purple, it's blue 100%.
It's navy. Well, I thought it was grey, I don't know why.
Nah, mate, they have, I've seen it before, I've seen a picture. Bright blue. Blue sun, mate. Blue sun. Right. So, why is Britney Spears in the thumbnail? My mate Jordan tagged me in a very interesting post. Now, Myers spoke to me about, like, showing me some videos of Britney Spears recently. She looks like she's gone a little bit skew-whiff on her Instagram and that. And so I was like, okay, fair enough. And then Jordan tagged me in something on Instagram, which I've got here, which I'm going to read through, which just sums everything up. And I read it this morning. I have to say, it's crazy, right? So buckle up, guys, because this is a PSA on Britney Spears and the hashtag Free Britney movement. For anyone that needs or wants more information on what is going on with her, it's a fucking rabbit hole, so buckle up. So I thought, well, let's do it then, you know. Okay, so we start with a little backstory first. Britney was a child star starting at the age of 4 years old on Broadway, and then worked her way to the Mickey Mouse Club, and eventually the solo career we know today. Oh good lord, what was that? Hazza Irons 27 subbing to Twitch with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, guys. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch Prime, which you can sling to any Twitch streamer that you fancy. As you can see, Hazza Irons 27 there has slung it my way. It's just a free sub. Thank you so much, mate. I really do appreciate it. Right. So, yeah, eventually a solo career we know today. Her career has been on autopilot her entire life. If you look back at her music, she's been telling everyone for years she's too controlled and treated as a product if you listen to the lyrics of most of her hits. Examples include Lucky, Overprotective, My Prerogative, Circus, Piece of Me, and Gimme More. Her music videos, social media posts, tour props, and photo shoots regularly show her in a cage or in chains. If anyone has ever seen videos of her when she was younger, you'd know her real singing voice is very similar to Christina Aguilera's. Her record label didn't like it, as they were both on the Mickey Mouse Club and about to release their debut albums at the same time. Have you seen this stuff about her voice, Lozzie? It's insane. She's actually got like a very strong, deeper voice, but basically the music industry manipulates it to be that like high-pitched kind of whiny baby shit. for her image, but she's actually got like an incredible voice, but she's never allowed to showcase it because of all the record labels and that Illuminati. Do you know what I mean? Lozzie, I watched today. I streamed for 6 hours today, guys. Switched on TV4, so I studio Rhino. I streamed a bit of WoW, and then I switched over to Call of Duty. But before that, or in between those, I had some lunch, and so I put on some videos for the guys. And I put on the conspiracy video we did last year, solving every conspiracy. That video is fucking just supreme. It's so effortlessly funny. So yeah, when all this Corona shite's over, we'll have to start doing them again because that's just really fun.
Will it ever be over? Thanks.
GG and GG's in the chat for Corona, please. Right, so they had her voice retrained to sing in the baby voice we all know today because they believe it to be more iconic and would create a brand and career for her instead of her real voice. It's unhealthy, and it's been destroying her voice over the years. Thus, why she is known for lip syncing, right? Very true. She wanted to make an acoustic type pop album in 2006 titled Original Doll and reinvent herself using her real voice. The album was shelved and cancelled over her label realised she would be singing. Once her label realised she'd be singing in her real voice. She is not allowed to sing live because she will either fail terribly or she'll have to sing in her deep voice that she isn't known for. Sounds like Bring Me the Horizon. Oh, throwing shade. Now listen, I've seen Bring Me a few times live. They're somehow insanely good, even though Ollie Sykes sings about 4 words and then just screeches. Anyway, her entire career, she has been treated like a product meant to sell. Rachel Khan is joining the geese.
Welcome to geese.
That's it. Here it comes. Choo choo, mother. Boop. Do you know what I mean? Back it up. Now, now this is the bit I nearly not only walked away from this post, but nearly either smashed my phone or deleted Instagram. Cassidy Parker Smith, thank you so much for the £5. Keep it up. Smiley face, thank you very much. I will do. Choo choo, motherfucker. That's it. Right, are you ready for this? This is what nearly made me smash my phone this morning. Now, for the real tea.
Oh, fuck off.
I know, it makes me sick every time. Everyone remembers the 2007 meltdown. Britney, how could we forget? Leading up to the meltdown, Britney was going through a public divorce, had 2 children under the age of 2 at the time, and was very much the focus of the public. We all saw her on every magazine cover. We also saw the photo of her with one of her kids on her lap whilst driving. Go on YouTube once and look up Britney Spears paparazzi. You'll watch her be chased and followed by hundreds of them, even trying to get into a public restroom to photograph her, videotaping her in tears, asking them to leave her alone, and even filming her through the windows of an ambulance while she was naked being taken away for her final mental health hold. I have to say, you know, the paparazzi and celebrities, I do really feel for the celebrities. When you just got some dickhead with a camera following you everywhere. It's one of the things, like, I'm not surprised. You know when, like, Justin Bieber smashed that guy's camera because he was just being a fucking dick and wouldn't fuck off? It doesn't surprise me at all. Do you know what I mean? All I'm going to say is, if I grow to a level of fame where I'm getting followed into Tesco, you better have fucking 2 hands on that DSLR cunt, alright? Oh dear. Right! After the public meltdown, shaving her head, locking herself in her home with her children, speaking in a British accent on regular basis, wearing the infamous pink wig everywhere, and shopping naked, she was hospitalised twice. After the hospitalisation, her father, this is where it gets interesting, her father petitioned the courts to be a temporary conservator to her until she was mentally stable and for only 1 year's time. So a temporary 1 year conservator status, right? That basically means like you're again the legal guardian, but obviously she's like 30 at this point. Anyway, 2 months after her hospitalisation, she did a guest appearance on How I Met Your Mother. 6 months after her hospitalisation, she drops the Womanizer video, great song, and starts to promote her new album Circus with its worldwide tour that grossed $131.8 million. If she's so unwell, why did she start working right away? Her father, after 1 year, petitioned the courts for the conservatorship to become permanent due to her allegedly having early onset dementia in her 20s. It passed and has been that way ever since, for 12 years to be exact. Now, for everyone that doesn't understand what this means, let me break it down for you. Britney Spears is now 38 years old, who is not allowed to do the following without her father's permission, or he can legally lock her up in a mental health facility. She cannot drive a car, vote, get married, have children, spend her own money, see how her money is being spent, see her children. She has 30% custody of both of her boys due to her dad assaulting one of her sons. She can't leave her home, hire her own lawyer, have any control over her career, speak about the conservatorship publicly, do interviews that aren't scripted and all final cuts are approved by her father as well, use a cell phone without being monitored, use social media unmonitored, contact anyone without being monitored or having them extremely vetted. Iggy Azalea allegedly had her house searched for drugs top to bottom when they collaborated on a song together. Go shopping, go for a walk, get a Starbucks. Nothing. All of those things she has to have permission from her dad at the age of 38 before she can do any of those. That's fucking mental. And if she's so mentally ill, I think the point they're making is, if she's so mentally ill, how is she guest appearing on How I Met Your Mother? How is she doing the Womanizer video? How is she dropping the Circus album? How is she doing a world tour that grossed $131.8 million if she's so mentally ill and unstable? If she's to that point, you know? A conservatorship is meant for people with mental health issues or decaying health, most likely grandparents or people with actual dementia, etc. They are meant for people who literally cannot take care of themselves. If she is so unwell that she isn't mentally capable of doing anything herself, why is she still working? Since the conservatorship began 12 years ago, she has released 4 albums, done 3 worldwide tours, did a 4-year Vegas residency, was a full-time judge on X Factor, released multiple perfumes and a lingerie line, made $138 million or so a year. Britney Spears has been making fucking bank. Madness. Whew. In January of last year, Britney was placed in a mental health facility for 3 months after being seen driving her car to In-N-Out with her boyfriend without permission, and for refusing to take the sedating medications her father has doctors prescribing to her to keep her under control. She testified to a judge in documents that she was held there against her will by her father. After it was leaked to the press that she was there against her will, the Free Britney movement picked up speed, causing a judge to open an investigation into the impact and legality of her conservatorship has on her life. Britney's mother, Lynn, was also liking and commenting on Free Britney posts, saying she agrees that Britney is trapped by her father. Britney's team had Twitter disabled the Free Britney hashtag and regularly threaten any celebrity that speaks out using the hashtag with a lawsuit if they don't remove their support for the movement. Fuck! I forgot about that bit! Take the stream down! Quickly!
That's it.
Oh, we're getting fucking sued again. Join the queue, cunts. The elite have got to assassinate me first. Jesus, take your turn. She was seen. Derby Gazette. That's it. She was seen shortly after leaving a hotel through the front door. 99% of celebrities park underground to avoid paparazzi unless they want to be photographed. Stumbling whilst carrying her shoes and out of it, her team used that moment to justify to the public that she needs that conservatorship. She is not allowed to have any say in the hiring or firing of anyone in her team. Every year she pays $1.1 million in fees for this conservatorship to continue, including paying her father a solid $100,000+ salary a year and paying a lawyer she isn't allowed to choose. She is allowed an allowance of around $1,500 per week for bills, shopping and essentials. Her net worth is $250 million. So, this is the final page. So, when everyone sees her on Instagram walking up and down her hallways like it's a fashion show, that's all she is allowed to do. She has never had control of her life. I don't care if you personally like her or her music, no one deserves this. All this woman wants is to see her children make the music she wants to make and go get a frappuccino in her car. She is a light of sunshine in this world and we must protect her at all costs. Much like Post Malone. Just keep that boy safe at all costs, please. So please, do not make fun of her, support the Free Britney movement, and send good vibes her way. She has a court date this month to review the conservatorship and decide if it is abusive or will continue to be in place. There are so many details that is left out that would make this post entirely much longer than it is, but a simple search and will show you what else is out there. Spread this far and wide. Free Britney. Yeah, so basically also on her Instagram and that, a bit of a Marina Joyce moment. Someone put, look, if you're in danger, wear yellow in your next video. And of course, what was she wearing in her next video? She was wearing yellow. And so I mean, it's, who knows? What do you guys think? Do you think it's legit or utter bullshit? In the chat right now, hit me. Lozzie, what do you think? What are you saying?
I really don't fucking know, mate. It's so ridiculous, but
it's Hollywood, mate.
True.
You know what I mean? It's the Illuminati. Her dad probably signed a fucking contract with the devil, just being like, look, you can have her soul, just let me have some money in that, do you know what I mean?
All I would say, if she's fucking raking in 163 mil a year,
yeah,
and he's only paying himself 100 grand,
it's humble.
That's some fucking bullshit right there.
Oh dear, it's tricky. It's horrible. It's fucking horrible. Hit me, baby. I mean, don't get me wrong, mate. Love or hate pop music, she's got some fucking bangers. Don't tell me you don't, Lozzie. You'd be lying if you don't bop your head to Toxicity. Not Toxicity. I mean, that's a great tune as well.
Hey, it's a great song.
What is it? Toxic. It's just toxic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're toxic. I'm slipping under. Do you know what I mean? Legit. I think it's got weight to it. I do think it's got weight. I'll tell you another reason why I think it's got weight to it. Like, if she had like fallen out of the limelight, weren't earning any money, doing a bit of like a Kerry Katona, yeah, like, like you're bankrupt to fuck, yeah, you've been dropped by Iceland, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? Then I'd think, oh, you're just doing this for attention, you're doing it for, you know. But the fact that she's worth 250, she's worth $250 million, for fuck's sake. Like, she doesn't need the exposure. So I think this is a cry for help.
Imagine like fucking up that
Free
bad.
Britney. What?
Imagine fucking up that bad that Iceland is like, nah, sorry, you're not.
Kerry.
You can't be associated with our brand anymore.
We can't do it, I'm sorry.
I fucking seen cunts at a fucking local Iceland fucking crawl to the fucking milk aisle. That's like the level of evolution of some of their customers.
But the Kerry Katona is just not good enough representation.
Sorry, I smoked too much fucking cut.
Oh man, I reckon her septum's gone.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Oh dear, what's
Basically,
mine?
It's just a fucking hole.
That's it.
It's a chasm.
Just an oxygen chamber. Just raw oxygen. Oh dear. But yeah, the Britney stuff is funky. It's very, very funky to say the least. Love to see a Dudey concert. I mean, I've said for the longest time, even when I was on like fucking 800 subs, I've said like, when I hit 100k, get the band back together, rent out a venue in London, we'll sell it out. It's fucking easy. You know, 100k, you'd sell out a venue easily. And I'm not saying O2, yeah. I'm saying a nice little 200-seater, yeah. Get the band back together, fucking do a bit of Smash Mouth All Star. You sorted, didn't you? Bit of In One Ear by fucking Cage the Elephant. We smashed that cover, yeah. If we could hire someone to play the trumpet so I can finally fulfill my dream of performing Handlebars by Flowbots live, right? And that's it. That's what we might do at 100k. Do you know what I mean? Kerry Kett owner. That's it. She
That's
loves a
it.
bit of horse tranquilizer.
She's on the old fun trankies.
300-seater. I'm there. Guys, if legit, if we rented out a small little nice humble venue, do you know what I mean? Local boozer in Tottenham.
Local boozer in Tottenham.
And you know what I mean? Lozzie on the drums.
We're inviting Andy again.
Oh, what a throwback. Andy! Are you there, Andy? Fucking CDM at fucking Stevenage Academy. What a lad. Oh, dear. Never forget. Never forget Andy again.
I don't know
so unnecessarily violent.
I know.
But such is life.
I don't know how welcome we'd be in Tottenham, to be honest. I mean, we are filmed at the Brennan 2018 meeting singing. What do we think of Tottenham?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, dear. What a fucking
Probably
time
get
that
stabbed.
was. God, Ben Cutler. I mean, fair play, Mason probably won't come, mate. Alright, fucking hell. I'm offended. Nah, not really. Get the Stella out. Mothman on vocals. Darren, hello, mate. Darren, hope you're doing well, mate. Darren would come. Dad says, can he play the triangle? That's it.
Oh, he could be fucking at the front with a triangle, mate.
That's it. I'll lead up
Spamming
tomorrow. I'll lead up tomorrow if they win. No, because Brentford won't fuck off. But we need 4 points from 9, and then we're there. Oh dear. But yeah, nah. So Britney Spears, don't know. Up in the air. I'm as equally like I believe it as I'm not believing it. So yeah, I am the front man indeed, Katie, of a band that no longer exists. R.I.P. R.I.P. Good times, stressful times, good times. Oh dear, freezing times. Yeah.
Formerly the front man of.
Formerly.
Well, technically 2 bands.
Yeah, well, one guy left.
3.
And then we become a 4-piece because
Out of reach.
out of reach.
Slam and Jen.
Then Slam and Jen, and then Cloud Atlas. The only one I named was Slam and Jen. Just saying. But yeah, sweet guys. Have you got any fucking stories for us this week? Let's have a little fun, Brez. Also, guys, as always, the floor is open to a Q&A. And guys, there's over 220 of you in here right now. Could you hit the like button, please? Because this does go up as an upload. There's 91 likes and over 200 people in here. What's going on? What is going on? COD tonight. Quite possibly, to be fair. Quite possibly. I might getting that 3rd dub. Absolutely, I can't believe back-to-back dubs earlier. That was fucking magical. Would you tour if you was a band? Yeah. Oh, Lozzie. That's what I was going to say to you. I want to get a drum kit.
Fuck it.
I want to learn the drums. Would you teach
That's
me?
it. I'll try to. I'll probably end up fucking punching myself into paralysis.
What would what would I be better off doing as a man that is right-handed and left-footed?
Oh yeah, I forgot that about you.
Yeah, I'm fucked on the drums, ain't I? You and Lozzie drink off, Lozzie would win. I'd concede instantly. Not even a problem. I've seen Lozzie drink. I've seen Lozzie do a 1/3 of a bottle of Southern Comfort and not even, there was no, he may as well have just done a 1/3 of fucking water. Like, you'd expect at least a minor grimace. Something.
There's a bit of lemonade in there as well.
I'm pretty sure it was from the bottle, mate.
Well, alright, maybe not. I don't fucking know.
Oh, dear. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Cassidy. But yeah, what were we saying?
Are you planning on getting an acoustic kit or an electric one?
Well, see, this is the thing, like, neighbours and that, I suppose. So what should you get, like, them, like, little rubber ones, like... But then, obviously, in your headphones, it's like...
If you get a decent one, like, well, I don't know how much they are, to be fair, for a decent one, but, you know, it won't sound that bad, but your neighbours will be fucking fuming if you get an acoustic kit. Even the guys who are DJs.
Yeah, they're upstairs right now. I think they've got music on.
Do you know what I mean?
And that's it. get a violin, go electric. I reckon I'll be alright, because I've got good rhythm and that, do you know what I mean? I'm good at Beat Saber.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm just saying, it's all about rhythm. And I would love to be sick at the drums. Like, I was listening to Slipknot Unsainted the other day, and I was just like, fucking let's go. If I could play that, cunt, oh my god. Have you heard that? Have you heard Unsainted by Slipknot?
I have.
Mate.
Possibly got one of the best drummers of this generation. So you're aiming high straight away.
I always do. I always do. Mate, fucking, oh man. I'd fucking slap that shit up. But anyway, enough about me and learning the drums. I'm pretty sure... Oh no, this might be bullshit actually. I was going to say Petr Cech started learning the drums when he was like 25. That's not too late, is it?
No, of course not.
Sick.
I mean, you've got to fucking use your limbs up until like, well, you're dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, unless you get like a terrible accident.
That's it. Fingers crossed that won't happen. Where are we at? Dudey stories. Ease. Right. Okay. I mean, what are we going for here? There's a video in this one. Jesus. Table tennis ball moving. Here we go, guys. Buckle up. Here we go. Hi, Jordan and Lozzie. Dylan Connor with the $2.99. Leeds get promoted, only to get relegated again. I'll take you £3 and enjoy it. You bastard. Oh, hey, fuck! I'm not going there. But Leeds are not getting relegated again. Cute. Dun, 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 dun. Nah, they wouldn't. I'm telling you, top 6.
I love that. You just put your foot in it every time, mate. I love it.
I'll tell you what is going to happen, though. Brentford are going to win 9 on the bounce, still be in the playoffs, and lose the playoffs. And it's going to be the cruelest thing in football. Oh, dear. Right. I've got an itchy ear and it's really fucking pissing me off. Do you know what I mean? Right, here we go. With Dylan Connor, in all seriousness, even though you were being a bit of a dick, thank you for the $2.99. I appreciate it. Guys, if you're going to be a dick, pay me. Right, hi Jordan and Lozzie. I'll start this by saying that this is all genuinely true. Well, there we go. There is no longer a dispute. There is no longer a dispute. I do not suffer from sleep paralysis. I have checked with a doctor. And I have not believed in ghosts or the paranormal all my life until this started to happen. Scary stuff. The first things that started to happen was that things that were close to the edges of tables would often fall off. But I simply put this down to them being too far off the edge. The weird thing about it was that it would often stay there for a few minutes before it fell off. But I would just thought it could have been the wind or something. Fair play. This carried on for a while, but quickly more things started falling off tables, even if they were not close to the edge of something, and things that I would lean up against walls would often topple over, again minutes after I put them there. I didn't really think anything of it, but that was kind of how it all started. This sort of thing really started to ramp up after the 24th of June. That was obviously the hottest day of the year, so I slept with my windows open. This caused my door to open slightly, and it would always make me jump, so I ended up shutting all my windows and the window on the landing and got a wet towel to keep me cool. I thought that shutting the windows would stop my door opening, as there would not be any wind to make it open, but it carried on swinging open slightly and then closed a few minutes later. So I think what we're establishing right now is it's a fucking windy gaff.
That's it.
Right? This continued to happen for a couple of nights, until one night the door opened fully, and what I can only describe as the ghost of an old lady came through the door. This ramped up fucking quickly. The only way I can describe the way she moved was like she was... Sorry. The only way I can describe the way she moved was like she was moonwalking, but forwards, almost hovering. I pretended to be asleep, but after a few seconds I heard her whisper in my ear, "Leave me." Nice. Since that night, I often hear things being shifted in the loft above me. I said to my dad that I wanted to get something from the attic, and normally this is easily the hottest place in the house. When we went up there, it was freezing. I know heat rises, but isn't the attic normally cold? Because all your insulation's on the floor, so anything above it is essentially just coldness. I don't know, it might be full of shit. It was freezing. As well as I've seen the woman another 3 times. Things have stopped falling over so much, but this hasn't stopped me from wanting to move house, even though I'm too scared to tell my parents about it in case they think I'm crazy, as none of them have said anything about it. Tell them, fuck it. Tell them. I believe the ghost is the woman that lived in the house before us. I asked around the street that I live on, and apparently she lived on her own. All of these stories, right, about a ghost being in the house, it makes sense, but they always ask the neighbours on the street. Like, I wouldn't, it's weird, I wouldn't do that. If there was a ghost in the house, I wouldn't go down the road and be like, "Excuse me, was there like an old fucking guy in this house?" "Oh yeah, that was Derek, he was a nonce." So anyway, it's gone around the street asking people, right? Blah, 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 I've lost my place. Yeah, so apparently she lived on her own, never left other than to go to the shops, and never had anyone visit her. Very sad. 2 of my neighbours said she actually died in the house. However, she often received letters from what I guess is a relative from another country. I know this because we often receive letters that are addressed to her, and even though we have sent a reply saying she does not live here anymore, the letters we receive often seem like the person writing has received a response from somebody, even though we do not reply anymore. What do you guys think? The attachment is a video of something moving a table tennis ball. This is the only thing I have got my camera on. Let's have a fun look. Opening in Google Drive. And it's not opened it. Oh. Should better not be a prank. Ooh! It could. I can't hear. There's no sound, so we could literally have a hairdryer on right now. Okay, that is weird. I'll give you that, but there is no sound. So, like I say, you could literally be going... Whoa! It's fucking... Right, so basically, I'll skip ahead a little... Oh, my God. Right, look. So, here's the ball. So, sort of like... Oh, it's sort of chilling there. And then it's like... Oh. It's just instant malware. But watch, it sort of fucks off at the end. Oh! Ready? Ready? Wait for it. Wait for it. Ah! See ya! And off it goes. Absolute scenage. I don't know if it comes back. I ain't got this far. There we go. Well, he sent a video with it. That's something new. Do you want to refocus me webcam? Thank you. Oh dear. There we go. Oh, he sent some evidence. It's quite compelling evidence. The old fucking table tennis ball. But, yeah, no, an interesting story. Very spooky. I have to say, if I was sure I was awake and I wasn't, like, sleep paralysed or any of that stuff, and a ghost of an old woman came in, I'm out of there. I'm not staying there anymore. Ever. I'm gone. I'll be homeless on the streets before I live in a haunted fucking house. But then again, at the same time, that would be unlimited content. Swings and roundabouts, ladies and gentlemen. I always joke that someone called Frank lives in my attic as we hear weird noises. We went up there a few months ago and all that is up there is a single mattress in a plastic bag hooked up. That is disgusting, Rachel. That's bad. Someone's just blowing it. Why would an old woman move a table tennis ball? Have you ever played table tennis? It's a fucking great sport. It's a fucking great sport. Oh, here we go, look. Fine, now you're all emailing through. I love it. As soon as I start reading them, all of a sudden it just gets smashed with emails.
I just don't get with that one. I didn't get why you wouldn't speak to your parents about it, but you go and fucking have like a full-on chat with your fucking all your neighbours.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, just tell them. Just be like, look, an old lady came in my fucking room. Help.
Also, they say they got like mail from someone who used to know the woman, but
Yeah.
didn't tell them that she was dead.
Well, I think they were just like, yeah, she's moved out. Whereas she's actually legitimately like 6 feet
Permanently
under.
moved out of life.
Yeah. She is no longer here. Oh, she moved. No, she's dead. Soz. Right, what we got?
Absolute scenes.
Right, this one's called Screaming Jenny. Screaming Jennifer. Hit that like button, guys. If you do you know what I mean? All I was going to say then was go follow me on twitch.tv/Dudey Rhino, and it just came out so wrong. So wrong. We just closed the hatch and left it. It is his attic now. Fuck that! I'd I don't know, get some poisonous gas and throw it up there or some shit. Katie Godfrey. Sorry, I've got to read this. At Rachel Khan. Oh God, this triggers me. Laughing face. I had an ex hide in my loft.
Fuck off.
You had an... Sorry? You had an ex hide in your fucking loft?
That's fucking...
Joseph. Email into dudeystories@gmail.com. Just something spooky. Do you know what I mean? Something paranormal or not quite normal. So paranormal, basically. Yeah, it doesn't have to be ghosts. You know, you can be fucking probed by an alien. Things like that.
There's an alien in my loft.
There's an alien up in my attic. It's got a mattress and a plastic bag. Right. Screaming Yenny, if you are to be Dutch about it.
Jennifer.
Hey Dudey and Loz, this was a story I was told a few weeks ago, and it's a long one. It's not, so it's quite short, but fair enough. Maybe you've shortened it for us. Maybe you've shortened it. Yeah, he climbed up to the bathroom window that was open slightly, opened the bigger window and climbed into the house and snuck up to the loft. I was at my parents' when he broke in, but he jumped down. What a fucking nutcase. After a while, it's going to court in August. Fucking Christ.
Fucking hell.
That's mad. That is mental, Katie. You need to fucking email that sort of shit in. What are you doing? Come on. Be a team player.
I mean, they're taking the issue to court, so it's probably not best to
discuss
everything about the case.
Yeah, true. Alright, are we ready for Screaming Jenny? Right, so according to legend... By the way, guys, much like Cassidy has done here, you can email in urban legends and stuff, yeah? Short horrors. If you find a ghost story online, on Reddit, and I don't give a fuck, email it in. Pass it off as your own. I don't give a shit.
Could be a rural legend as well.
That's it.
Oh, mate.
Can we get Luke Pimblott shot, please?
Absolute sniper.
I've got a lot of love for Will and E, but I ain't got a lot of love for spamming, do you know what I mean? I've had enough. According to legend, in the town of Harper's Ferry, West Virginia... hang on, just before... I'm gonna... Just 1 second. Uno momento. Why can't I fucking... do you know what I mean? I can't make people mods. Why can't I make people mods? Oh, hang on. Oh, I might be able to do it that way. Sorry, guys.
That's it.
There we go. Much like on Twitch, Jasper and Finn, you now have the power to execute anyone that you want swiftly and mercilessly. According to legend, in the town of Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, an elderly lady named Jenny lived alone in a small, ramshackled hut along with the newly built railroad. I hear there's a railroad coming through here soon. It's going to bring lots of business. Right, so although she didn't have much, just the shack, whatever food she could scrounge that day and her small fire to stay warm, she shared what she could with her neighbours and passers-by. So Jenny was a nice woman. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Scott's in the chat. Sorry, Scott, you can have one as well. Sorry. Oh, whoa, I nearly gave one to Alina Shazale. And moderator. There we go. Hello, by the way, Alina, as you said hello. I'm sure you didn't say hello to instantly get a moderation, though. Right. So, she's sharing her food, yeah? As, you know, a lot of less well-off people tend to do. Some of the most generous people in the world are the poorest. There's a lot to learn there, guys, yeah? One day, she was so focused on that night's dinner that one day she was so focused on that night's dinner that a spark from the fire lit her skirt on fire. She failed to notice until the flames had reached her skin. As they spread, she bolted up and ran along the tracks towards the railroad station for help. I've heard this before. Unfortunately, her screams masked the sound of an approaching train, and despite the conductor's attempt to slow down, she was hit moments later. Poor Jenny was buried in an unmarked grave and promptly forgotten, until a few weeks later when another train headed for the station mowed down a screaming woman on fire. The conductor, of course, was unable to find her body. The fiery apparition was Jenny's spirit, which desperately searches for help on the anniversary of her death each year to this day. I've heard that one before. It's a great story. It's a great little urban legend. Guys, if you want to email in any urban legends, please feel free. Thank you so much for that one, Cassidy. That was great. I loved it. I loved it. What do we think of that, guys? We haven't been rating them this evening, have we? What do we think of the urban legend? Jenny. What are we giving that one out of 10? A little spark. Sad, because she was a nice lady. You know, giving her limited food away to neighbours and passers-by. Probably was buzzing about the railroad, do you know what I mean? That became demise. Will Grigg was on fire. Indeed.
That's it.
So her scream sounded like a train. No, when she was screaming, the loud noise of the train went over her screams. God, you guys are hard to fucking please. I'd say we're fucking breaking our backs here, trying to please you lot. What's going on here? Hang on. What's going on? We've got an update on a video. We had an update on an email that I haven't actually read yet. So this was from the 1st of July, 2 weeks ago. Here we go. Sup, Dudey and Lozzie. Hope you like my ghost/medium story. Did. That woke you up, didn't it, you fuckers?
Jesus.
In 2012, I very tragically lost my uncle, Ryan, when he was out in Afghanistan. At the time, I was 14, and due to our very close ages, 6 years, I saw him more like a brother. A few months after his passing, my mum ended up going with her friend to a medium. She wasn't meant to be going, so the medium had no idea who my mum was. However, when they were with the medium, she kept mentioning a young man being present who kept trying to speak. She said she was going to let him come through as he was being very active. Here we go. What she said next was very creepy. She said the young man wanting to speak had died from a very sudden head trauma. Ryan was shot in the head, but wanted his sister, my mum, to know he felt no pain and he died very quickly, which is all true. The medium explained Ryan's personality to a T, saying how he was a practical joker and how he loved attention. She also said he has been keeping near a young girl who's finding this very hard and to make sure she doesn't get into trouble today. That same afternoon, my mum received a phone call from my school asking my mum to come into the school for a meeting due to me getting into a fight, which was very unlike me as I was a very quiet child who didn't really want to be noticed in school. My mum didn't tell me about what was said until after she had picked me up from the meeting. Over the next week after my mum went to the medium, I experienced some weird shit happen to me. I kept feeling like I was being watched and someone was following me. I kept seeing Ryan when I was out, then double taking to see that he had disappeared. Lots of things also went missing in my house too, such as bank cards and keys. One night we were joking around after speaking about all the stuff which had gone missing, as Ryan used to like to play tricks and wind people up. My mum, fed up, said out loud, "Ryan, please give me my stuff back, it's not funny anymore." The next morning we found the keys which went missing in the freezer, and a couple of days after, one of the bank cards missing was posted through the front door. Not exactly a scary ghost medium story, but felt very spooky at the time. Loved the content. Le Siege. It's actually Lissy J, but I always say Le Siege. And then there's a follow-up, right? The other day, my mum was moaning she needed to win the lottery as everything is too expensive nowadays, so out loud she asked Ryan to help her win. A few days later, she actually won the lottery, albeit only £10 or something. Still very interesting. Mediums. It's a difficult one. It's a very difficult one. But obviously, you know, you've had a positive experience, which is great. And if it's helped you deal with the passing of your uncle, then that's a brilliant thing. Do you to this day, if you don't mind me asking, believe that the medium was in contact with your uncle, etc., and was correct, or do you think it was a bit of like cold reading and things like that? If you're in the chat, I think you are in the chat. I've seen you already, haven't I? I believe you were there. People giving their ratings 1 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 7 out of 10, -5. Liam!
Fuck, gave it a fucking -5.
Medium's just playing emotions, 8 out of 10. Good story. He sounds like a decent ghost bloke. Elise. Half and half, as she had no idea who my mum was. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But thank you for emailing it in. That I really do appreciate it. Right, shall we do another? Guys, please hit that like button. Really helps me out. Go follow me on Twitch. You know, it makes sense. If you've got Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch Prime sub. Go sub to me on Twitch. YOLO.
YOLO.
Right, door cams. Ring.
Nice.
Ringu. I'm watching Ju-on Netflix. Nice. Hello, Dudey and Lozzie. You've been mentioning every single one so far. This is excellent. This is progression. I watched your video on the doorbell cameras and it reminded me of a story that happened to my next door neighbour who had a rather chilling encounter that involved her doorbell camera. Just for the record, I'm never fucking getting a doorbell camera. Fuck that shit off right away. Do you know what I mean? My neighbour was in a wheelchair and lived by herself. My mum used to go round to help her out since she had no one to take care of her. My mum bought her a doorbell camera because she would often miss letters or parcels that were important. To save the hassle of my mum having to go get it for her, she could simply speak through the microphone, asking the postman to put it into next door, which is their house. I should also point out she was in her late 80s at the time, so in a way it makes her more vulnerable. One day, my mum went to a party for her dad's birthday, but I wasn't allowed to go because the bar the party was at wouldn't let anyone under 18 enter. At the time, I was 15. My mum told me to call my neighbour every now and then in case I needed to go around and make sure she's okay. At around 11 p.m, I was in bed and my phone started ringing. It was my neighbour. I answered the phone and heard her sobbing. She was giving me detailed instructions on how to get in the house without going through the front door because she was watching a man who was wearing a fedora and a mask covering the bottom half of his face outside her door through the camera. She told me to go out my back door, climb over the fence into her back garden, and to see if the back door was open, and of course the back door wasn't open, so I had no clue what to do. She then started breathing heavily and saying, "He's trying to open the door. Get back in your house and call your mother. I'll call the police." I'm pretty sure you should have called the police from the get-go, but there we are. Still very, very, very spooky. I ran back into the house and called my mum, and she luckily didn't drink too much, so she called a taxi home. My mum got to the house after around 10 minutes, and I heard her scream as loud as she could. I looked out my window and saw my mum run into my neighbour's house. That's when I realised the man must have got in. I rushed outside and saw my mum run out of the house. She shouted at me to get back inside. At this point, the whole street was outside watching. I watched from my window. After an hour of panic, the police arrived. An hour? Someone entered a fucking house, and it took him an hour.
Christ.
Fucking hell, man. Fucking never there when you need them, are they? I bet they'd be round the fucking corner if you're fucking speeding. Oh dear. Anyway, fucking useless cunts. This was 3 years ago. Oh no, sorry. My neighbour was attacked and robbed by the man. By the time my mum got to the house, he was already gone. This was 3 years ago, and my neighbour is now sadly no longer my neighbour, as she passed away recently. I haven't got any footage of the man, but I believe I can somehow still get access to this. If it's not attached to this email, then I'm still looking for the footage, but I'll try my best to send it over. That is a horrendous story, mate. That is mad. I'm very sorry to hear about your neighbour no longer being with us. But what a brilliant story, mate. What a brilliant, you know, and was the man ever caught? We won't know. We won't know. We will never know if the man was caught. That's a 10 out of 10, says Bradderberg. Bradderberg liked that one. He fucking liked that one. Liam's a fucking tough nut to crack. 7 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Look at these reviews. 8 out of 10. It's like The Last of Us 2 all over again. 8 for Lucian. Luke with the 10. Love to see it.
Shite out of 10.
Who said that?
French Fries 2.
The sequel. Oh man. Jasper gives it a 9. He actually quite. Elise gave it a 4.
0.2. Fuck.
Banjo. Unfortunately, he was never found. I'll look for the footage. 7 Jimmys out of Savile. Jesus.
Fucking hell.
Sitting it. Right, let's get one more. One more. That's your lot.
Uno.
Let's have a sleep paralysis one.
Morning.
Here we go. Afternoon Dudey.
Don't read it out. I fucked off. The last one.
Oh no, I should have picked one with your name. I didn't even think. Think. A couple of weeks back. Now this was sent on the 15th of June. This was sent a month ago. So let's say 6 weeks ago. I had a couple of weeks back, I had a truly terrifying experience with what I'm hoping to just be a case of sleep paralysis. However, I've been having serious doubts due to the fact that the experience felt so realistic and predetermined to just be a figment of my imagination. Lozzie is like a hype man. That's it.
I fucking hyped this story up. Do you know what I mean?
Just to be shot down.
Yeah.
The night of the occurrence, I remember having a very strange dream where me and half a dozen of my friends were all being taken on a guided tour of some historic looking town. The most vivid parts of this dream taking place in this rather large cliche-looking haunted house. The group of friends I was with in the dream, however, were an odd mix, and not ones to which I would associate together usually. However, one thing did connect the different friends, this being the fact I had shared a scary, traumatic or uncomfortable experience with each one of them. Within the part of the dream where we were in this haunted house, one by one of my friends would encounter a demonic-like figure which resembled a rather large humanoid black bunny rabbit. In the dream, however, I was the only one of the group to not encounter this figure in the dream. I remember the sheer horror of their faces in this nightmare I was having after having crossed paths with this thing. If only this occurrence was only a nightmare. The worst bit of this experience was the fact that upon waking up, I woke up in bed paralysed, facing towards my door where this black demonic rabbit figure now stood. I had failed to encounter this figure in my dream, however I was now encountering this figure in real life. The thing that haunts me about this experience was the fact that the dream I was having prior truly felt like it was leading up to this climax, like it was planning the whole time to face me for this horror. Counting down through numerous people I've experienced a horrific event with prior, watching them experience this harrowing figure just for me to witness it last in my room in real life. I question to myself sometimes whether this was just a case of sleep paralysis or if this was something more or even something less. Because this to me seemed like a harrowing psychological attack, making me experience pure horror in both myself and those I care about. That was very good. That was very good. I like that one. What are we giving that 1 out of 10? Had they been watching Donnie Darko, that's what I instantly thought as well. Billy Whitaker with the £2. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh dear, there's not a fucking spider behind me. What are we giving it? No, I would say Dara Douglas. What are we giving this one? Oh, look at all that's outrun with a 2 out of 10. There's some high ones. There's some low ones.
I'm not
for fuck's sake, hype it up.
Oh fuck! It don't even exist in this story.
In this reality.
That's it.
A lot of 10 out of 10s, a lot of 8s, a lot of 9s, a couple of 6s, a couple of 2s. Late in 0.3 out of 10 because they didn't me soon Lozzie. Don't know what that is, but do you know what I mean? Lozzie, what would you rate it? Come on.
I'll give it a 1 because they sent it in.
You're a sav. You're an absolute savage.
I'll give them a 1 because they wrote an email.
Jesus Christ, I see. Oh, Aria now I say it's a 4 out of 10. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But guys, listen, that is yet another web show. I really enjoyed this one. Loz, did you?
No, that last one's fucked me off.
Oh, I see, he's done. Elise J with the £3. Thank you so much. I do really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, I'm probably gonna stream again.
He's got the fucking bug.
That's it. That would be if I do a couple of hours. Say if I did the 2 hour COD stream, for example, that would mean I've streamed nearly 10 hours today. Jesus, but then again, it is my job, so you know. Savil's behind me. Look behind me, mate. You do realise I can literally see behind me in the camera. I don't have to physically turn around. Get streaming COD. Yeah, guys, be sure to come over twitch.tv/Dudey Rhino. Please, please, please come and watch me play COD. Or even if you're not going to watch, just have it on in the background because that does me a solid. Because Twitch is a rating system, so the more people you have watch you, the higher up you are in the rankings. So even if you've just got it on a browser in the background, not even watching, you're helping me. So yeah, Are you doing COD, Loz?
If you're playing COD, if you're playing Warzone, I'll come on because I'm upstairs. So PS4's only got Warzone on it.
Oh, are you on your other account?
Yeah.
On your shit account? You're queuing, son. We'll go against a load of level 22s. Let's go.
Well, I can go on my other account. On my
Nah,
PS4.
you don't want to do that.
Well, I ain't got any fucking classes on my other one, so I'll just be picking up weapons.
Okay, yeah, no, go on your main one. Fuck's sake. Oh, dear. Yeah, Finn's just linked the Twitch there, guys. Guys, please go over, follow it.
That's it.
All that good.
Cheers, Finn.
All that good shiz nay. Right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there pretty much straight away, guys. Where I'm gonna set it up straight away. I'm now turning on my PS. You might hear it. Hang on. There we go. B. Yeah, guys. Right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hello, YouTube. Thank you for watching. If you got this far on YouTube, please share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next Wednesday for another not DIY for another web show. That was a fun one. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.